Good morning. It is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. We're back here for Daily Shakeup number 435. Can you believe November is over today? I have no idea where that month went, so much like other months this past year. But today we're not talking about time. We're not talking about the date. We're talking about feedback, in particular, positive, affirming, encouraging feedback. In other words, helping people know that they got it right, seeing them when they get it right, telling them they got it right. But here's the challenge we have, and this is going to be some harsh reality. If you think you're good at this, at offering that positive, affirming feedback to your team members, consider this. Are you 3-1 good? Even better, are you 6-1 good? Because the reality today is, in order for people to flourish, to really deeply engage, to feel valued, and to achieve their highest performance, which is what you say you want for the organization and for them, the ratio of positive feedback versus negative feedback doesn't have to be bad feedback, but not affirming. So in other words, negative feedback would be something they got wrong or didn't do right or could do better, needs to be in the range of 3-1 to 6-1. Now, if you're like most leaders and managers, you're lucky if your ratio is even 1-1. I mean, think about it. How often are you telling people how well they're doing and that they got it right? Reality is we're lucky if we're 1-1. And yet the numbers say that we need to be in a range of 3-1 to 6-1, because under that 3-1, people are feeling undervalued. They're struggling. They're not engaged. All the things that we want to avoid is happening. And my guess is if it's higher than 6-1, there's some lack of belief in the honesty of it or that it's really true. So there's that range, 3-1 to 6-1. But we're barely getting to 1-1 if we're lucky. Come on, folks, no wonder we're coming up short when it comes to growing our people, engaging our people. Now, you may not like these realities, and you may not have been developed that way. Frankly, I wasn't. I wasn't given all this positive feedback. Frankly, when I was coming up in the world and for most of my work life, typically I would hear things like, no feedback is good feedback. So if you're not hearing negative feedback, then you're doing fine. That was the appreciation, not hearing the negative feedback. And that may have been true for you, but that's not the reality today. So here's the bottom line. If you're committed to engaging your people, growing them and amplifying them and helping them perform at their highest level, again, not just for you, but for their benefit, then you've got to build a new and consistent muscle for high quantity and high quality positive feedback, affirming feedback. We've got to find ways to catch them getting it right. Otherwise, you're failing your people and in your leadership. Here's the reality. It may be uncomfortable. It may be a new muscle we've got to develop, but it's not that complicated. Got to pay attention. Got to be present. We've got to catch our people getting things right, even if they're small rights, even if they're in small ways. I mean, come on, we're finding the ways they're not getting it right in small ways. Let's find the ways they're getting it right in the small ways and let them know it and give them more than just good job, great job. Those words bounce off. Show them by the details you share with them how you see them showing up and that you value that. And you want to encourage that to continue and to show that to others. It is time to flip the switch and amplify our positive reinforcing and affirming feedback to get to that 3-1 to 6-1 ratio. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.